Afternoon, everyone. That's a lot of pressure, Tom. Thanks. So obviously Shawna and myself, Tom Nackers, a little bit of background. I've been with Perlick now for almost 6 years. Came in to lead our IT organization. And about 2.5, 3 years ago, we changed the way we looked at our customer experience. And I took over the customer experience field quality teams as well. So I lead both our IT organization and now also lead the side that faces the customer. And the intent of that was really to drive technology into our customers. And it's one of the gaps that we had, and you'll see as we go over time. So we'll let Shawna introduce herself and then we'll get started.
Good afternoon, everyone. Testing 1, 2. Thank you. Shawna Ferguson. I've been with Perlick for 4 years now. I was initially brought in under Tom to lead our IT applications team, and about 2 years ago was voluntold to also take over our customer experience team. As Tom said, we've really worked hard in the last couple of years to create a synergy between the IT teams and the customer team so we can elevate our customer experience to our external customers.
So as we talked about the Portal Awakens, one of our things was about communication. We heard a lot today about communication. One of the things that we're going to attempt to do is we're going to show a few videos throughout as well. When we're at Perlick and we're trying to teach new things to the organization, we also try to incorporate some videos to really try to resonate that through. So along with the Star Wars vibe, I'm going to show the first video that's going to be a little bit about the Perlick history. And I expect you to read it, memorize it, because there is a quiz when we leave here. Everybody's got that, right? Everybody's got it, correct? Good, there will be a quiz. So in all seriousness, Perlick is a manufacturer of bar equipment. We started with brass fittings, 1917, which is what you could read there, but all the way through refrigeration, high quality refrigeration. If you go out to look at the bar over here on the left side of me, that's all Perlick equipment. If you go downstairs, look at the bar on the first floor, that's all Perlick equipment as well. And one of the things that we did this year is really do a rebrand, which is the first time Perlick has done a rebrand in almost 60 years. So that's the video I really want to show you, is our brand anthem video, which gives you an idea of all the spots that Perlick serves. And one of the things that we do serve that's probably not highlighted in the video is a lot of the stadiums. So when you're on the 7th floor of a stadium and your beer is cold, chances are it's running through a Perlick line from a tap or a keg that's sitting down, or from a keg that's sitting down in the basement. That's part of that story that we have. So.
Helping the world serve better from many to one.
So that's really who Perlick is wherever you see in your house, in that stadium, in the bar, right here at the hotel, that's where we take pride in making sure that we're delivering high quality, both to the bartender but to the end user. The total Perlick experience, this is really our foundation. We heard a lot today about the experience that we have with our customers and how to sell things through. We really focus on 3 things. We've always made what we feel is a great product. and providing that premier product. We're not the cheapest. We will never be the cheapest, and we never claim to want that. But that product will last forever. And that's really what we're trying to build out. I was up in northern Wisconsin. I went to a bar that installed Perlick equipment in 1959, and it was still there, still working. Minor maintenance that they've had throughout the years. That's the product that we're trying to build. The legacy, we're a 108-year-old family company. We're in our 5th generation. The company has actually already put the trust of the 6th generation, which I think the oldest is about 16 years old. So the intent is the family is going to stay in this business for years to come and own the business. The area that's been a lot of focus in the last couple of years, which Shawna and I are going to talk about, is the premium service. We weren't delivering those elements the way we needed to do that. And that's where we started to look at how do we change that experience for the organization. But I also would tell you that part of our experience, I'm going to play this video, is not just about the experience itself. They don't always align with our expectations. We heard a lot about experiences today, but doesn't match that expectation. Does anybody have seen this video? I see a couple smirks out there. I'm going to play this. It's a short video, but it references how we experience things versus what our expectation is.
Oh, I'm sorry, we have no midsize available at the moment.
I don't understand. I made a reservation. Do you have my reservation?
Yes, we do. Unfortunately, we ran out of cars.
But the reservation keeps the car here. That's why you have the reservations.
I know why we have reservations.
I don't think you do. If you did, I'd have a car. So you know how to take the reservation, you just don't know how to hold the reservation. And that's really the most important part of the reservation, the holding. Anybody can just take it.
That is exactly what IT looked like when we kind of looked at Perlick and said, we're going to create this tool and everybody's going to use it, right? Starting to step back and work with the customer to find out what did they expect versus what do we want to build as our experience. That was really the goal. We were trying to avoid that car rental experience, right? Or that expectation. So I want to do a little bit of pulse. I would say things changed in 2020 during the pandemic, 2021, when many people were buying online. I think our expectations changed a little bit. I think our experiences changed a little bit. I want to kind of poll everybody, take a pause on the PowerPoint video for a second. What were your expectations back then? So just throw out, yell out. We're going to sit here all night. Don't go to the store to get your groceries. You order them online. And what did you expect when you ordered them online? To be there that day. What else? 2-day delivery from Amazon. Amazon boomed. You didn't get your stuff in 2 days? She didn't get her stuff in 2 days. Experience versus expectation. What else? Gotta have toilet paper. Self-serving. What else?
Payments, how you can pay for things. My expectations on that changed very drastically. People updated things really quick across the board. Whatever way you want to pay for something, there was a new mode.
Talked about the payment structure, how you wanted to pay things, and how that changed dramatically during COVID or during the pandemic in the standpoint that there were always new ways to pay. Everybody wanted to figure out how to collect your money. Because you're going to go to somebody where you can give your money and still order online, right? Anything else? If we look at what we just talked about, that's exactly what some of the challenges that we had at Perlick. Customers couldn't get our information. We came out of the pandemic, and candidly, one of the things we came out of the pandemic is our supply chain was affected. We had 40-year-old veteran employees that had retired and took their knowledge with them, right? So not only do we have a struggle with our supply chain, we had a struggle with knowledge in the organization, but we didn't know how to communicate to our customers either. That was the challenge that we were starting to face off with. And when we look at our customers, this is our structure at our customers. We have our manufacturing reps. They're the people that are basically on the outside sales team for us. Then we have our dealers, who actually are the ones selling Perlick into those bars, restaurants, whatever they are. And then we have the end user, which candidly at that time we weren't touching very much. We were going through our reps, we were going through our dealers, yet the end user is the one that's expecting that product to be there. We lacked real-time visibility. We had no self-service. Communication, we talked a lot about communication today, it was completely fragmented. You would call Perlick, we could tell you that your order was in the system, but we didn't really know where it was in the system at times. And that was a struggle because you're telling the customer, I don't know, it's gonna ship. It's gonna ship at some point. We had a high dependency on internal staff because of that. So because we couldn't go in and look at things the way we wanted to look at, we were reaching out, we were making a phone call, we were making an email. And then our reps didn't access our live data in our ERP. So they couldn't understand lead times, inventories, things like that. For the business, for Perlick, slower response times, increased cost to serve, missed sales opportunities, communication, and a competitive disadvantage. I guarantee you our competitors were running circles around us because we had to stop that element.
So how do we fix it? That was our big question. What did we need? We realized very quickly that we needed something that delivered a robust feature set that not only gave our layers of customers what they needed today, but also what they needed for tomorrow too. So we took a step back and detailed out what we thought that feature set looked like, which is what you're seeing here. We needed real-time order visibility from our ERP system. Customers, even though they know the manufacturing process at a high level, as Tom said, they want to know where their order is in that process. Self-service tools, our reps needed our tools at their fingertips, not buried in emails, not waiting for a call back from our customer experience team. Role-based views, as Tom showed in the previous couple slides, we have multi-layers of customers, and we needed a unique experience for each level of that customer base. But most importantly, we received a lot of feedback that our sales force spent way too much time sitting at their desk waiting on an answer, and we needed them out selling, right? You need your salespeople out selling. So for us, the business benefits of that portal was very clear. Faster response times, greater accuracy, stronger brand positioning, and stronger sales enablement. It was a win for us across the board. As we were outlining our needs, a little inspiration fell in our lap. This video captures the inspiration behind our portal, which directly tied to the challenges and needs our teams expressed.
So a few years ago in the States, and then actually launched all over the world, including in Singapore, I just checked the website here, Domino's Pizza started what they call the Domino's Pizza Tracker. And it's a little bit hard to read, but if you look closely, you can see that what the Pizza Tracker does is you order your pizza online, and then they send you to the Pizza Tracker website where you can track the progress of your pizza. And the steps are things like baking, putting it in the box, delivering it, prepping something, all the steps that go into making a pizza. And what's cool is you can watch it as it happens, and when the step happens, when prep is done, it lights up, and then it goes on to the next step. So you know the whole time with your pizza exactly what stage of the process it is. And I actually just checked, and in Singapore, you can not only see when it's out for delivery, but you can click, and you can use GPS, and you can follow the driver on the streets as they come to you, and they take a wrong turn, and you get really mad, and then they turn around, and you're, yay, the pizza's coming. So it's super interesting. So it was a huge hit, the Domino's Pizza Tracker, mainly with the men who were ordering pizza. Also actually with parents, with kids, because when you're waiting for the pizza to get there, the kids are going out of their minds waiting for the pizza. And now they'll just stare at the Domino's Pizza Tracker and wait for it to light up until the pizza comes. So for us, this is an interesting example of, again, what we call transparency. where a company is actually letting you see into the process of what they're doing for you. And what I like about the Domino's example in particular is that you're not really getting any new information. So one nice thing that it's giving you is an estimate of the time, and that's real information, so you don't just have to sit there and wonder when the pizza's coming. But the steps that it's filling up as it goes, it's not like you didn't know that those were happening anyway. So you know when you order a pizza that they probably have to prep it and then bake it and put it in a box and then bring it to you. And you also already knew that that was the order. You know, it doesn't go put it in the box and then bake it, because that would be a disaster. So we know the steps, and yet we still like to see them happening. And that's the intuition of transparency, is that even when we know in some way or another what's going on, that some service is being provided for us, there's something very psychologically compelling about having the feeling that it's happening and being able to see it happening, and in particular this feeling that someone is working for you. We really like to feel like there's a person who is scrambling around doing stuff for us, because it means we're really important. And the more we can see into the process of thinking of a Domino's person running around with our pizza and then driving, the more we feel really good about the output of that process.
Sounds like your customers? Us too. So with that in mind and our extensive list of what we needed from that portal, we decided to select a tool. 25 cents if you can guess who we picked. Walter. Of course we selected Znode. We were very confident that this platform could bring our needs and the inspiration together. But why Znode? Simply, we needed a partner who could check all of our boxes and deliver a unified solution for our reps and dealers, and also a scalable solution for future growth. But really, here's why. Deeper than that, Znode checked all the boxes for us. Flexibility, scalability, complex pricing models, and we didn't know it then, but multi-store capabilities came in pretty handy down the road. Most importantly, it allowed us to integrate our ERP system in multiple ways to support multiple use cases. There was enough flexibility with the tool to handle what we wanted today and what was coming tomorrow. A single hub for all reps and dealers, secure role-based access, and flexibility for future e-commerce projects and specialized calculators that our reps use. What you're seeing here is the first phase of our journey that started 2.5 years ago. As you can see, the goal was that the rep portal was our central hub. All of our internal systems connected into Znode to give our reps a one-stop shop for all things Perlick to meet the goal of accelerating the sales process. And that concept turned into the creation of our rep portal that went live in March of 2024. What you're seeing here is our main dashboard when our reps log into the portal. You can see your most recent orders, your most recent shipments. We have a myriad of tools available through links at their fingertips, and our specialty calculators that we use to calculate the run rates and all the science behind drinking beer right at the top at their fingertips. This slide shows a little more detail. We were able again to connect it to that ERP system, and they can see the detail for every single dealer that they work with, all the way down to what their account balances are. They can see the details of the order, including the status of every single piece of that order. That Get Help button, that's a direct line to our customer experience team. So no more emailing, they can log into this one-stop shop, reach out and get help instantaneously. And finally, if you spy with your little eye, our inspiration, our Perlick Domino's tracker, where the customer can see the status, again, on every single line of that order, but that is the full order. So from the order being confirmed in our ERP system, where it's being processed, built, and even shipped in full. So what's the verdict? The verdict was clear for us. The portal delivers. It solves for speed, accuracy, visibility, and customer experience. It puts the tools the reps needed in their hands, wherever they are, and it allows them to answer questions on today's order, building trust to get tomorrow's order. But don't just take our word for it. Let's hear directly from one of our reps who works within the portal every single day.
Hello, this is Michelle Estrada. I'm with Total Source in Phoenix, and we are Perlick reps in the Western region. And I am going to go over the Perlick portal and show you how it has supercharged our customer service to our dealers. At the beginning of the day, we start out with our dashboard, which shows me the last 5 orders that have been submitted, and it will give me the order number. It will show me the need by date, which is going to be the date that it is shipping, and it shows me our last 5 shipments and all of the information of what has gone out lately for us in any of our orders. Has a tracking number that once I click on the packing slip number will bring me to this page, and that is also a clickable link. Once you click on that, and it takes me and shows me all of the tracking. I've got my delivery date for the order, and I can take a screenshot and send that to my customer so that they know when their order is going to arrive and they can expect it, and they can also use that tracking number to track it themselves if they need to. Here, and we also have a warranty tab. If I have a question, I had one yesterday from a dealer who was asking about changing controls on a back bar, and I can plug in that serial number for the back bar. Once I put that in, then I can see the start date of the warranty and the end date. I can also see a list of any of the service parts that might be needed. So I was able to put this in, and I can see that which control it was, and then I was able to send that instructions on that control over to the dealer so he could make the changes on the cabinet that he needed to. So you can keep track of any of those. So this portal helps us to quickly submit any order and submit any questions we might have on an order and get that answer back and keep track of everything that is going on with that order. It's all in one place, all of the answers, and we get those right away. And our customers really appreciate getting the answers to their questions and finding out about the status of their orders and tracking information right away. So that makes them happy, and it really sets us apart from other reps and other manufacturers to be able to give them that level of customer service. It really is the best experience for them, and it makes it easy for them to do business with us and with Perlick as well. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Since the launch of that rep portal, we've continued to make changes to the tool through feedback from our reps. We've also expanded our relationship earlier this year with Znode through the redesign of our website. With this redesign, we've brought an updated, uniform look to our product pages and even launched e-commerce to our next layer of customers, our dealers. Along with the redesign of that website, Phase 2A added a dedicated dealer portal directly on Perlick.com. And that gives our dealers, which is our next layer of sales force, the same power and order visibility at their fingertips as well. So they are able to log in and see the status of that order. They're able to locate the tracking number so that when they're reaching out to our manufacturer reps, they're literally reaching out to what only the reps can answer. The way Znode is set up, we were actually able to take Phase 3 into our own hands, and we built a second site. We work with our marketing team, who buys us really cool swag, and we have built an e-commerce site for them to be able to sell our merchandise, our branded merchandise, to our reps and dealers. So when they're out and about, they can rep Perlick. And it was a seamless experience to build it out. Our customers have reported it's a seamless experience when they are processing orders on the site as well. After all this, I'm sure you're wondering what's next. Well, we continue to expand. We've added more of our specialty calculators on our portal, and we've added more historical lookups for our gear systems for our reps. We're also looking to expand our e-commerce capabilities to place orders via POs instead of just using credit cards for our dealers. We're also building a 3D tool that allows you to design your bar right from your computer. And we're in conversations with Znode to help stand that up on our website as well, so that not only our reps and dealers can have access, but that third layer, our direct customers, the bar owners, can have that experience too, so they can see Perlick before it's in their space. Over the past 2 years, Znode has proven themselves, AMLA has proven themselves as trusted partners to Perlick, and they have provided tools to help keep us competitive within our market. And with that, we'd love to hear your questions and feedback.